Hello everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you haven't here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. So today's format is a result of unique situations call for unique measures. That's why the reading format or the video format is a bit different. I hope you guys bear with me. Also, this is a lesson for me as well because I like consistency like many of us do, and familiarity essentially. But I was like, it's probably boxing me in and not letting me do my work with the excitement I want to do it with. So I was like, fine, maybe the circumstances aren't such that I can, set up or have my usual setup. So why not try a new one? So I hope you guys don't mind, and thank you so much for bearing with the new setup as well, or the difference in setups, all these in the last 3 videos. And it may or may not continue going forward, just saying. Anyway, so today's reading is going to be about what you need to acknowledge so that you can move forward. And as usual, we have 3 piles to choose from. The images will show up on your screen now. Take a few deep breaths and breathe out as you focus on these images, letting your awareness guide you to whichever pile you are drawn to. You're more than welcome to choose one or more piles. I will see you in your reading. Hi, group 1. So this is your reading. If you chose the first image, this is your pile. And here we have this. I was just channeling the colors coming through and basically painting whatever, drawing whatever came through from your higher self around what you need to acknowledge to move forward. What is it that you're not acknowledging and is, stopping you or blocking you from moving forward? And the first thing that came through very strongly was there is a shift in perspective that's required, because that perspective which you're carrying right now is actually blocking your own confidence. It's hindering your confidence very strongly. It's basically chaining it and not letting it come out. And I would say that the way I have this flower here and I've painted over it, so what's coming through is there is a fruit of your efforts that has come to, essentially the fruits of your labor have come to fruition in some way, shape or form, but you're not recognizing it. And it's specifically associated with your heart center, or things around your heart center, or something that you really like or really love, or have been loving as a child, or it really makes your inner child very happy. There is a certain result that has come into fruition, but you're not able to see it because the self-love that you may be presuming is quite deep has still not reached a certain surface or a certain level. It has to penetrate through a very tough a tough layer, or a thick layer, or a hard layer even now. And that's when you are going to see this flower or this fruit come into life, or at least become evident to you, because it is there, that gift that you've been looking for, or the result that you've been looking for, especially in terms of any and all hard work you have done in terms of clearing your emotions or your emotional field, emotional plane, sorry. It is definitely there is certain level of achievement or a gift that has come to fruition, which you are not able to see because your perspective about your own confidence, your own capability is clouded right now. And it actually, so because while I was channeling these colors, I wrote it here as well. The first thing that came through was wipe it off. So it's like wipe off whatever is like smoke and mirrors, or smokes and mirrors for your perspective or around your perspective right now. Especially the thing that was coming through is clearing up your third eye, your 6th chakra, the Ajna chakra, which is about psychic sight, intuitive sight, or it helps you to look into the future, or move, or look beyond what is the veil, or what is creating confusion, or look beyond what meets the eye. And I think it really ties up well here with the 7 of Cups that we have. It's all about illusions and being confused, and that's what clearing up your third eye is going to give you access to your own supreme, that's the word that's coming to your superior or superior in the sense that it's not superior than anything else, but it is superlative in terms of what, capacity you have in terms of your own psychic prowess or accessing your own intuition. So clearing up, see, I mean, I was also hesitating here because using the word supreme or superior felt, it created a sort of guilt. I feel that is the energy prevalent in you, and you're not recognizing how deep rooted this is and how much it still needs to get addressed, because it's not letting you see this flower or see this fruition or thing that has come to fruition in your life, because you are still somewhere underestimating your own power, your own psychic gifts. Specifically, like, we have blue here, and of the three cards that I've pulled out for you, two of them are highly blue in color. It's again pointing me towards the sixth chakra, which is the Ajna chakra, your third eye, and specifically communication as well. So I feel like you might be using tools to soothe yourself or for self-love on a surface level, but not doing a deep dive, which is what's required. And I would say it's like subconscious programming that's going to help you, because these two cards, the Seven of Cups and the High Priestess, are representing what do you need to acknowledge to move forward, and how can you do it. Four of Swords, literally shutting down every outside noise. And I would say even turning to spirit for some of you, if you are not already connected, or if you're not connecting very regularly, if you have a backlog on connecting with your spirit team, or any energy in the non-physical that is for the highest light and for your highest good, or just connecting with your higher self, there's definitely a very strong indication here to connect with that energy. And I do perceive the yellow color being prominent, or I would say this is more so golden, and I do associate golden light or golden color with the solar plexus again. So the more you rest and become clear, or it's more about stabilizing your internal energy and grounding it first, then doing the process of clearing your energy field, especially your vision, especially your emotions around what you think you are capable of. This is not even about receiving. I would say it is receiving in some way, shape, or form, but it's more so about your own capacity to trust in yourself. Yeah, and your own capacity to know. It's like your trust in your own capacities to create a certain reality for yourself, and you have to go deep within here. There's no shortcut here. You cannot be bypassing, because that's what it feels like, the self-love thing that you're doing. My pile one, you are very, very essentially you are quite ahead in your spiritual journey. So some basic tactics right now may not work for you. I would say basic tactics as in, like, I think, because I've done it too, but we use tools, be it spiritually or in any way, shape, or form. Many of us tend to do the work during the deadline, very close to the deadline, right? Not at the right time. And that's the energy I'm feeling. It's only when you have an emergency do you use your tools, the tools that you have learned, or even make an effort to learn about tools that can help you have ease. But right now it requires for you to literally shut everything off and make it a daily lifestyle. And and especially like rewiring your subconscious mind, and that's going to help you access the fruits of your labor. It's even with the pomegranate at the bottom of the deck, sorry, not the bottom of the deck but the background here, that's what I'm getting reminded of. You have done the work, the wisdom is well within you, it's a wealth of wisdom, but you have to access it through slowing down and meditating, or whatever steps you can take to slow yourself down or calm your mind down, and then open your eyes up to what wealth of information, and not just information, but also the amount of capacity you have within. We do have the Queen of, see, the Ten of Pentacles there. So I was focusing on these four cards at the bottom of the deck. We have Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Literally, there is so much regret energy right in between of 7 and 8. There is irritation, like you've been waiting for things to actualize, but you keep on going to the past, or almost creating a castle of regret and living in it. by going into the past and not focusing on what all tasks you can do. Now, not just tasks, it's more so like what have you mastered. With the Queen of Wands here, you might have become an expertise in something that you're not willing to recognize, because in your eyes it's not giving you the result that you want. But you have to change your perspective here, pile one. And that's going to especially with clearing your third eye, the first thing that was coming through was connecting with, not connecting, but using lavender incense stick if you are drawn to it. But in any way, shape, or form, if you can connect with lavender flowers, that's going to help you a lot to clear and calm your energy. Especially, I was getting in the form of fragrance rather than anything else. That's why the incense stick was coming up. Or you can use lavender essential oil in your bath water as well. So of course, only take what resonates and only take what empowers you. That's all that I have for you, pile one here. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again for joining, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Hello group 2, if you chose the second image, this is your reading. So here is a painting, or basically colors, that I was receiving when connecting with your higher self as to what you need to acknowledge. And we have pulled out cards for you here as well. The box is here because we have the world card there, and YouTube guidelines will not let me show the world card to you. Anyway, moving forward. So the first thing that was coming through is shattering false foundations, or shattering foundations that are not true for you. It's so interesting. Like, as soon as I was talking about this, it started raining. It's like a cleansing energy is required, especially in breaking down a system that's not working for you here. Because the keywords that I was getting for you, or that I was getting for you guys, were discipline, organization, cleanliness. Like, you are a person who is very, I perceive that maybe you are a person who applies strategies to everyday things as well. You are someone who's a planner, to be honest. So you are very organized. You have long-term plans, short-term plans, or you like organizing things. You like to know what's ahead. So you are very I do feel like a Capricorn Virgo energy here. So you may have those zodiacs. We do have the Page of Pentacles, which does represent the earth, represents earth energies, which is earth energy, which are Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Very organization, meticulous, detail-oriented energy here, and you don't like swaying here or there. But what you need to acknowledge right now is pile two, your high self is, I was going to refer to you earlier also as pile one, so maybe you have some messages. Only go there if you're drawn to it. Anyway, but you do like, you are receiving this message from your higher self that you have to break down a system or a structure that you think is working for you, but it's really not working for you at all right now, or moving forward as well. I would say you are being asked to tie knots with innocence, with innocent love, which is more so like unconditional love. So what is it that drives that unconditional love within you? It could be a particular activity, it could be a state of being, it could be something that you really like to watch, or like maybe it's a television series, it's a movie, or it's a form of art that you like to watch. It's like attending art exhibitions, going and watching dance, or dance or poetry recitals, or recitals in general, any form of art that you can watch. I feel like indulging in that is also very, breaking away from the structure that you have right now, which probably, I also feel like that structure is isolating you a lot from the world, especially from the world that you actually want to be a part of or be connected with. So you need to break down that structure. Pile two, it is very important for those of who so for the words are jumbling here. For those of you who know the tarot, so you have to bring that tower energy into that system right now. Break it down on your own, or I do perceive that maybe there could be intervention from the universe as well, because we do have the world card, which I do perceive to be an external energy or an external force. Okay, the light went off. How interesting. So I do perceive that you guys receive a lot of signs from the universe which you may not recognize. That's why I was being pointed towards, sharing when it's raining, when the light's gone, etc. So make note of these things. Be detail oriented around these things, because you're detail oriented around things that no longer require your energy, is what I'm receiving from your higher self. File number 2. Because the thing is, if you don't connect or tie knots with this unconditional or high vibrational love, which is more, it's not just romantic love, it's not platonic love, it's not defined at all, it's unconditional, and it makes you feel so light, so fluffy, like a light floating cloud, right? If you don't do this, what I'm receiving is you might feel stuck and in a rut, or you're stuck in a loop. So you have, or maybe you are already feeling this way, but the key here is to connect with this higher unconditional love, which is going to break apart that contracted feeling you are in right now. And what I was receiving was, bring this discipline and organization in the way you pursue what your joy is, what makes you happy, what makes you excited for the day, what makes you excited for life itself. Bring organization and discipline in that. Like, create a task list of how many times did I congratulate myself, how many times did I acknowledge the goodness that I have just within this moment. It can be as simple as sitting in a room or having the capacity to read or listen to stuff, or having the abundance to sit in a room where you can do your work. Simple small things like that. Having the capacity to breathe with ease, or having the capacity to just even if you are going through a cold or a flu, you still have your body working with you. Acknowledging these things and making it, if you are an organization sort of person or not. Wow, why do I keep getting? So the interesting thing is, with the organization word, I'm time and again getting drawn towards the energy of organization in terms of how it is also an institution, like a synonym of institution. So immediately what I got reminded of is, maybe some of you do want to help people who are not so fortunate, or associate yourself with activities that helps people who are not so fortunate, or connecting with NGOs or foundations that help people, or maybe even nature, I would say, in some way, shape, or form, because we do have earth energy. We have the world card and page of pentacles both. So connecting with earth energy in that sense, maybe it's a very deep desire of yours that you have not taken any steps towards. So definitely that is also going to help you a lot. Taking the required steps. And with the page of pentacles, it doesn't even talk about expertise. It's like, take baby steps. Do it one day at a time. It's, no issue at all. You don't have to be an expertise. I feel like the structure that you have bound yourself into makes you feel that you have to be an expertise all the not. You need to have expertise to execute something, but no, you just got to learn every step of the way. Many people who are very successful as creators or business owners, I've heard them, I don't know someone in particular, but so many of them have talked about this thing time and again. Start. There is no right or wrong time to start something. You will learn things along the way. You will learn things on the job, and that's how you gain that expertise. And you are a person who's very diligent, very hardworking, so you need not even worry about the fact that if you would learn or not. You will. You are a very detail oriented person, pile 2. So that's why bring details or discipline in terms of how much are you noting down what went right in your day, rather than focusing on what went wrong and being hypercritical. So moving on to your cards, we have Page of Pentacles. I'm not going to pull the World card because I don't have enough equipments right now to hide the figure. And the World card, which is, let me just check if I can, in some way, shape, or form, get the card here. Okay. Yeah. Just a moment. So, all right. How does it get any better than this? So we have the Page of Pentacles and the World card being represented as cards that are letting you know what you need to acknowledge. I perceive that one thing that you need to acknowledge is you have certainly completed a cycle here, while around learning some sort of a skill. And now it's time to shine that light or share that with the world for sure, or share those gifts with the world. You have a gift. I do feel like some of you here, this, energy of a prodigy child. Some of you might have that energy. Some of you are very quick learners, and learners in the sense that you are not just learning mentally, you are very good at materializing it or bringing it into the physical world. So you need to acknowledge that that there is a certain form of learning that has been completed, and you have to now break off this wreath and share your wisdom with the world. Specifically about sharing your wisdom with the world is coming through very strongly by two. And now we are going to look at the last card, which tells us what is it. And now we're going to look at the last card, which is the Ten of Cups. And this is how you do it, literally. Follow your joy. I think like it, was very clear in your channel message too, or the painting as well. Follow what is ultimate happiness for you. And at every moment of the day, keep counting the cups that you have. Every day, keep account of the cups that you have. Maybe it's just one thing that went right or half a thing. Focus on that. Give yourself the permission to focus on that joy and keep recreating it. Focus on what went right in the past, in the now. What has been going right in the now, what went right in the past. I feel like present tense is very important, like in the current reality, in your current situation, what are these things that have been going right? You need to focus a lot on that, especially in comparison to the past. Recognizing how far you have come. You've definitely completed a cycle. We have 10 here with the 10 of Cups and also the World. So certainly there is a completion that has happened, and you need to sow new seeds here, especially with incongruence to unconditional and higher level of love, pile number 2. So pile 2, that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in future readings. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the third image, this is your reading. So we have your cards out here and also what I channeled while painting for you guys around what is it that you need to acknowledge so that you can move forward. And the first thing coming through was understanding your native energies, your native place. So now I do perceive that this native energy is coming through in both literal and metaphorical, or soul level rather than metaphorical. So literally the native land that you are a part of, and also your true origins, the origin of your soul, understanding that. Because what's happening is the issue that's coming through while you're understanding yourself or your truest nature is I got this term very strongly coming through, lost in communication. So by lost in communication, it's not that you are it's more so like you are lost in communication in the sense that the communications or the conversations happening around you right now are these communications or conversations rather are very focused on the outside world. Specifically what I'm getting is maybe people around you, the locals around you, are talking about societal issues and world issues, whatnot. And of course that's great to discuss or create a solution for it, which is the issue. The solution happens rarely, but what is happening is I do perceive this pile to be extremely empathic. So you are getting lost in communication or in those conversations where others are talking about societal issues. Or these conversations rather are sort of straying you off your path, or you barely touch the origin of who you are, or what is true for you, or you touch it but you're not able to you're not able to find a firm footing around this. So you keep teetering off, or something or the other confuses you. There's a confusion in understanding the truest version of who you are, and the specific need here is to acknowledge or understand what your native place is about, where understanding your generation is very important for this pile, especially your forefathers, your history is important for you to understand the truest nature that you have. Because what I am perceiving is you do know a certain extent. I would say you know the soul level extent, or whatever you know is more etheric. What you need to understand is more, earth life based, material realm based, in terms of the origin of who you are. And that is what you need to acknowledge to move forward. It's a very dynamic shift that's happening for this pile, because clearly we have two of the three cards that we have. Two of them are major arcana. So what we have here is Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and Ten of Pentacles. So of course, what I wanted to address here was also that certain terms coming through very strongly were mountains, a conundrum. So, again, confusion or confused between options, something like that. And for those of you who believe in this deity, this goddess Parvati Ma, who's consort of Lord Shiva, is coming through very strongly here. So one, or I would say maybe a suggestion or a remedy coming through very strongly was to connect with the divine feminine or mother goddess sort of an energy on Fridays. And another thing was definitely coming through was to connect with Mother Earth, because connecting with Mother Earth is very important for this file to understand the energetics, bring it into your energy library, the awareness of the native place that you are a part of, or of the land. It's very important for this file. Now, the cards that we have here are Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers card. So give me a moment as I hold the Lovers card. So the Lovers card and the Wheel of Fortune, the first thing that was coming through is these two cards are actually representing what you need to acknowledge. So you really need to acknowledge, pile number 3, that you have learned a lot. You have literally, the term coming through was expansion. So you have expanded a lot through your relationships. They do not have to be platonic or romantic in specific. Any sort of relationship you have learned a lot from. The one thing, most importantly, that you have learned is everyone is for themselves, right? And also, like, it's a tough truth to handle, but that's what you have learned. And another one that's coming through is everyone will talk about, even societal issues that they will talk about will be from their own perspective, their desires, their passions, their worries, their sadness. It will always be from their perspective, what is wrong with the world or what's right with the world. That's something very vividly that you have come to, learn or understand, pile 3. And so you definitely need to acknowledge this about yourself, because I feel like you may not have acknowledged how much you have actually learned through these relationships. And from this lens, look at your, ancestry, your history with the Ten of Pentacles, because this is how can you move forward by acknowledging this. We literally have the Ten of Pentacles, which talks about ancestry, talks about generational wealth, generational stuff. So what generational wealth in terms of, habits or unhealthy thought patterns you could see happening in different relationships, or something that you may have yourself, Wow, the term that's coming through is, I was about to say, you may have yourself carried forward, but more than that, I'm receiving what were you endowed with from your generational, basically your ancestry from the generations before you, and specifically around, I feel like feeling secure in relationship has been a very big issue within your family. I do perceive that to be an issue with many families for sure, but this is coming through quite strongly. And how this security was, yeah, so to actualize that security within oneself, there might have been issues around money, or how much wealth someone had, or how to create that wealth, or to even inherit. There's something about inheritance coming through, and a lot of discussion around this. And you may not have understood a lot of things earlier on, but you have learned a lot through with these cards here, the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. You have expanded your consciousness around relationships in general, and so now you can understand the give and take energy going on, or the transactions going on within your generation, within the different generations in your family. And focusing, I wouldn't say like focusing on that in terms of you have to devote all your time and energy to it, but understanding these patterns so that you can change it for yourself or tweak it or understand yourself better, understand your shadows better. Because what we have at the bottom of the deck here is, I'm going to take all of these out because we have Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Justice. So Queen of Swords is about a widowed person. So this could be a grandparent who is widowed, or and issues around them, or in general disparity or some cold energy within connections. This could be some third party interfering in connections within the family. Again, inheritance and stuff is coming through, or law based stuff is coming through. With the Justice card, we have Five of Wands here, which is conflict. So understanding how everyone was acting from a place of insecurity, and to fill that place of insecurity with some reassurance. There was definitely a transaction around money, or there is some wound around money. And what you need to understand is you have to acknowledge that you've learned how these relationships are playing out. Acknowledge it. Don't think that, oh, okay, I've seen this happen before also, so it's just a pattern. Acknowledge what the pattern is, and then you need to take steps to break it by understanding. So when you understand the shadow aspect of yourself as well, now you can make a list, or do your research as to how you can break that pattern in terms of specifically mindset. And maybe with that along with the mindset part, you can take practical steps to actualize money for yourself. This is a very heavy energy, but yeah, definitely making this a point to understand your ancestry is very important, pile 3, for you to move forward in whatever, like wherever you are. For you to move forward right now, it's very important for you to connect with earth, connect with Mother Earth, and connect with your native land's energy. Understand how the people around your native land are they genuinely thinking from a place of expansion, abundance, or are they thinking from a place of lack mindset, not enough, keep keep taking. That is that the energy of the people around your native land, or is it keep giving? Understand these dynamics and see if they play out in your own life in some way, shape, or form, and take measures to change this very consciously. It's very important for you to break this pattern. It is definitely a generational pattern. So yeah, pile number 3, that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again so much for joining, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye-bye.